So guys, I'm a little tired and exhausted, but still I decided to do this video because it's quite a cool, special, exciting day for us here in the office, because today I have the honor to set up the new Office Mac Mini. Not just any Mac Mini, it's actually quite a special one. It's the M1, brand new released Mac Mini. Currently we use this Mac Mini 2014, as some of you might know, and it's been doing the job really well. However, in the future the computer should be used for some photo editing and creating photo books basically. And yeah, well, this one does it sorta. The old i5 with integrated GPU, like integrated HD graphics, they're just not keeping up with the modern photos anymore. It's just lagging behind a lot. The more demanding things, yeah, it's getting a little slow. And also, Big Sur didn't really help. It runs surprisingly well thanks to the SSD. It's got a 500 gig SSD in it, which helps it. But still, that old, I think, Haswell i5, it's just getting slow. That's like holding it back, and there's not a lot you can do to fix that. After, yeah, what is it now, 5 years or 6 years of using this, which has been a pretty good machine, we're replacing it with a brand new M1 Mac Mini. And this, zero failure, super reliable, yeah, we really liked it. It's been a real trooper, because this is on almost all the time. It's very rarely shut down, so yeah. And here is the new beauty. It's looking just like the old one. I'm surprised that it didn't continue the kind of black, dark grayish color, which I kind of liked on the older Mac Mini, but they went back to this regular aluminium, which is fine, you know, but kind of weird. Here's the packaging, and yeah, I had a classic Apple moment with this machine. When it arrived, I couldn't even power it on because I didn't have a USB-C to DisplayPort adapter to use the Mac Mini from Apple with the lovely cinema display here, which yeah, only has DisplayPort. So instead of getting like an HDMI adapter, I decided to embrace the future, which has been now the future for how long is Apple saying? Is USB-C the future? What is it now, 5 years? Yeah, we're still not quite there, huh? But yeah, I'm gonna use the USB-C, and the rest is there. It's got two USB 2s, which is fine, even HDMI, which we'll not use, but we'll use here the LAN. That's pretty good that it still has LAN, but it's got no SD card reader anymore. Why is that? Why that, Apple? That kind of sucks, but you know what? That's how it is. Now, I went with this rather expensive piece of machinery because it's gonna stay long. This is not the entry model. It's a pretty souped up one. It's got the 16 gigabytes of RAM and 1 terabyte storage, just to future-proof it, just to make sure that we don't run out of space. I mean, the 16 gigabytes of RAM are maybe overkill, but you know what? Right now they're using 8, and I don't feel like buying a brand new computer with the same amount of RAM as this. You know, I did the same thing with this back then when I configured that one. I said, you know what, we're gonna go with 8 because the stock 4 would kind of be a little low, and so it was. When the newer Mac OSs came around, they ate more RAM, and they ate more RAM and more RAM, and now, yeah, 8 gigs is pretty ideal, really. But with 4 gigs, it would be super slow. So yeah, definitely worth it, even though the upgrade prices are back then. Those were terrible, and still are. So I made the last backup of the old Mac Mini here onto the NAS, And yeah, we'll then shut this guy down for the last time. Oh my god, that is exciting. And plug in the new amazing M1 Mac Mini and see if it even works. So I'm trying to give you somewhat of a good angle. We'll unplug that, and I think I'm just gonna use this cord and leave the included one. So I'll unplug all of this. As you can see, this is our culprit here, which well kept us from using our new Mac Mini a week, just laying around a week, but not anymore. So we'll remove the old one. Still dusty, as you can see, it's got quite a bit more ports. That is, yeah, you know what, Apple, you know, what can you do? Okay, so I'm really sorry about that jump cut, but it's already set up and already booted it. I know I should have done that on video, but I got a call and it was more important, really. So right now it's working. For a brief second I thought my adapter required auxiliary power because I have this one connection here, but I suppose it's only for secondary monitor or something. I don't know, but that confused me a bit. But it took a while, and yeah, but the Mac booted right up into the setup of Big Sur, and currently it is restoring the time machine. And yeah, that is taking quite a little while because we get, I think, around 400 something gigabytes of data on this. And so yeah, the 500 gig drive was getting a little close for yeah, to be filled up with. So I'm glad we have the 1 terabyte. It should go really fast once it's all copied. So it's still loading the backup here, and yeah, I will just wait and sit through that just to make sure it's all there. We're only doing this once, so we'll do it correct. And yeah, then we'll have to click next, and it's probably gonna take a little while to copy since we have the server with the hard drives, and yeah, the fastest storage that Apple put in here can't do anything against that. But I'm excited. It's looking pretty promising. It's looking great. And yes, we haven't really transmitted lots of files just yet. 0, yay. But I think it will start going in a second, or a minute or two, I don't know. It really depends on the server in this case, because it's also being accessed by another machine currently. Damn it. Oh, okay, well, 6 hours, holy crap, I hope that's not it. But yeah, it's currently used by another machine. Dang it. You know what, guys, I think we'll just leave it. Wow, 9 megabytes. But yeah, it should do it. It should do the backup just fine, restore it. And yeah, it's looking pretty darn good. I can't wait to try it out a bit, see how the performance is with the M1 chip. And since this is mostly using Apple software, so even iWork, oh my god, the only like Rosetta that we'll need is for an old version of MS Office, and I think that is it. But I think I forgot something. Well, most of the time it's only using Apple software. That's why I decided to jump on this ARM train really fast. Usually I'm not that type of guy, but in this use case it is probably fine. Probably pretty good idea. Well guys, a couple of days have actually passed since the last clip. Why that? Well, I was just too busy. I didn't want to record the rest. It was basically all it was a time machine restoration. It could have been seen on any other Mac too, so yeah, nothing too special. So, and the last 3 days it has been used quite a fair amount, and it is super fast. Those guys from the reviews and all, they weren't kidding. This thing is really, really fast. At the current situation, like the stuff it's doing right now, it's absolutely overpowered. But again, I bought that for future proofing in mind. I know for the next years to come, it's probably way too fast, but so it should last. And yeah, all the restoration went fine and all that. However, we had a slight problem with it, and that is it would not wake the monitor from sleep. That was really, really weird. The first thought that occurred to me is maybe the adapter is kind of, well, not supported, kind of, you know, wonky with the signal, but same on my HDMI monitor. What it would basically do is just sometimes not wake up the monitor at all. You would have to unplug the adapter or the DisplayPort cable and replug it in, and then it would show the signal, which is super, super annoying. And so I got worried a bit. Maybe I thought, hey, shit, this has a hardware problem. So I actually jumped on MacRumors. I found a MacRumors post where people had similar issues, and I was like, oh no. But thankfully, that only happened at macOS 11.0.1, which was the older Big Sur version. And right now it's running 11.1. And yeah, since that update was made, the troubles are gone. It just works like it should. It wakes up the monitor from sleep, and yes, so that's what matters, guys, because this thing is on all the time and it's never turned off. It's just put to sleep. So if that problem would have stayed, I would have probably I don't know, sent it back or something, because that is just a no-go in our workflow here. Now, right now, the thing is really fast, and I suppose from now on it can only go get better, really. Apple is probably still figuring out stuff with their new architecture, and that's fine. It really is fine. But yeah, they resolved that issue in 11.1. We didn't have that issue anymore, and I suppose that was it for that problem. Apart from that, all the programs work. Rosetta works seamlessly, nothing wrong. However, we also don't really use all that many programs on here, so it does have the 8-core GPU. I know there are also ones with a 7-core, which is weird. I went all out. I was like, you know what, we're gonna go for the high-end model here, 16 gigabytes of RAM and 8-core GPU and terabyte storage. So it's just future-proof. And yeah, I know this probably hasn't been the most exciting video about the M1 Mac Mini. And guys, if you want to see a proper review or something, there are plenty of videos out there who show it professionally and try out different programs and different use cases. But in this case, I can't really do all it is because it's a work machine. It needs to do its stuff. I can't just go ahead and install random programs and try it out as much as I love to. But yeah, this is it. I hope we'll have a trouble-free experience, I suppose. So it's a pretty simple little system. And yeah, it should be more than powerful enough for the years to come. So we'll have to say bye-bye to this. That is the older 2014 Mac Mini. I'll erase it and put it up for sale soon. And we just kept it around, you know, because we had those monitor waking issues, and they were like, if that new one doesn't work out, we'll have this one as a fallback. But yeah, that's probably not gonna be used anymore from now on. It's looking pretty good. So yeah, that's the old one. Really nice machine too. It just got a little weak. Anyway, still absolutely can recommend it for any kind of office task. Because if you're running an office-only machine, this is more than enough. Like really, really fast still. And yeah, that is the old one. So for the end here, I decided to whoa, my parcel here almost fell off. For the last part of this video, I just quickly wanna say that. No, I personally probably want to go for an ARM Mac anytime soon, or probably never at all, because it's just, for me, for my personal stuff, it's just way too much money, first of all, but also it's too locked away, too closed source. Like it's just, I want to upgrade my storage, my RAM, my graphics card. I can't do any of this, even though, yes, those things are very fast. I probably wouldn't have to do it for a long time, but yeah, also the ARM situation is not really so great for me. I run lots of x86 programs, and just running them through Rosetta, it might work. Some are, by the way, not even supported on macOS, so yeah, I would have to go for a Linux variant or something. And I need Windows too, so it's all just not necessary, not even feasible at the moment for me. And even if it was with emulation, why even go for this awesome ARM chip if I'm only running x86 software anyway? With that said, I could absolutely imagine an ARM Mac in the future, guys, as a replacement for my video editing machine. That's something I can imagine. As a secondary computer, I can imagine it really nicely. They're probably very fast, very efficient, and smooth, and awesome to use with video editing and any kind of creative work. I think this is where it will shine as a creative work machine. That ARM CPU, I think, can really shine and help out people. And I've heard lots of great reception and reviews of people who use ARM Macs since they've come out, and they really like it. But for me, I like their architecture. I actually like where they're going. But just for my personal stuff, I wanna stick to a PC. And also, it's just cheaper, and I can choose what I need and what I don't need. I just don't want to mess around with Apple stuff when it comes to hardware anymore, because there's nothing you can do. You have to take what they give you, and that's it. Back then, when we still had systems like this, I could at least upgrade it a little bit and make it my own a little bit. But with the new ones, also the new Intel ones, guys, it doesn't matter anymore. You have this config, and there you have it forever, or until you replace it. So, yeah, that's my take on ARM. I'm not gonna jump on ARM probably anytime soon, but I will have I still think it's a great idea, a great new architecture, and it can be useful for lots and lots of people. So yeah, by the way, if you want to get into the Mac territory or switch to Mac for whatever reason, if you want to do that, I could really recommend that base model Mac Mini to you. It's not that expensive, and it's really, really powerful. So that wasn't always the case with entry-level Macs, to say the least. Anyway, same goes for MacBook Pro. Anyway, with that said, that's my take on the M1 Macs. I'm looking forward to the new desktop M chips, like the M2 or M1X or however they will call it. I'm definitely interested in how they will do it there. And yeah, that is my little Apple Mac Mini setup video. See you later.